Hello Pisces and welcome to your October 2021 horoscope. My name is Justina and I use Western Astrology Tropical Zodiac, and these predictions are most accurate for the rising sign, so welcome. Now October is a pretty active month. We've got 4 planets turning direct, so you are likely to experience more action and more stimulation throughout the 4 weeks of October. So let's break this month down for you and see what it brings on a more personal level, starting from the first transit on October the 1st. Mercury in Libra, square Pluto in Capricorn, activating your sphere of transformation, intimacy, taxes, joint resources, and the area of friendships, groups you belong to, hopes and wishes. So with Mercury activated in your 8th house, this could be a time when you become obsessed with an idea, a thought, that could help you to kind of transform an area of life you are least satisfied with. This could be also connected to your intimate life. If you experienced any challenges in the last weeks or months, there is a tendency for compulsive thinking with this transit, but at the same time, something hidden might come into light, something hidden connected to your intimate life, to joint finances or any investments that you might have. It's also a great time for working on research projects or generally for dealing with deeper and more profound issues. As with Pluto activated in your 11th house, you'll find it much easier to deal with deeper matters that perhaps seemed difficult to approach before. With Pluto activated also in the 11th house, you might feel like talking to your friends about more profound topics. However, someone might challenge your idea at this time as well. With the square, we are always or oftentimes stimulated to implement changes as well as a result of clash of energies. Now, on the 6th, we've got a new moon in Libra, activating your sphere of intimate life transformation, joint finances, resources, and investments. So as you can see, the first 3 weeks are focused around the 8th house matter. So deep issues, profound matters, transformation, intimate life, loans, taxes, and so on. Now, with the new moon, we are often stimulated to initiate something new, and we will have the energy to do that because Mars, the planet of action, motivation, courage, will be closely aligned with this new moon. So you might start something new or a fresh start for your intimate relationship. As I mentioned earlier, transformation, getting rid of things that no longer make any sense or don't belong in your life, and making space for something new to emerge. That would be a really good thing to do at the time of this new moon. Also, we've got Pluto turning direct at this time. So if you experienced any challenges among your friends or any group activities throughout the last few months, now with Pluto turning direct, this is a time to act and perhaps make changes, necessary changes, as a result of conflicting issues that emerged in the last few months or weeks. Right, so on the 9th, we've got Mars and Mercury conjunction in Libra. We had one of these conjunctions back in August in Virgo. This time it's happening in Libra, in your 8th house again. So this is actually a fantastic time for researching, for investigating, for dealing with research studies as well, generally for studying deep topics, profound issues, as your mind will be really stimulated, hungry for knowledge. On the 10th, Saturn will turn direct in Aquarius. Saturn is in your 12th house. So while Saturn remains in your 12th house throughout this year and the next year, you are dealing with some endings as well. Ending some important chapters in your life. And with Saturn turning direct, this is a great time for bringing more structure into your private life. Especially if you experience chaos in the last few months, or if you experienced days when you were really strongly reevaluating your existence. Saturn wants consistency, discipline, and a structure. Now, Jupiter will also turn direct here in this area of your life on the 17th. And with Jupiter turning direct here, Jupiter in the 12th is also it's actually a fantastic placement. It's like a guardian angel. But here, Jupiter will help you to, could bring some really interesting events or situations or opportunities into your life while it remains in Aquarius in a direct motion between the 17th of October and the end of the year until it moves to Pisces into your sign. which is actually fantastic then. But I will cover that in the yearly forecast. Now on the 17th also, on the same day when Jupiter turns direct, we've got a challenging alignment between Saturn, the Sun and Pluto. So here again, your sphere of transformation, intimate life and taxes, loans, joint resources, and your sphere of friendships, group activities, long-term plans, long-term wishes. So here you might experience some power struggles with a friend of yours, or perhaps with an intimate partner, or perhaps with a person who's, if you're going to deal with any loans or mortgages at this time, and like financial advisors, you might also experience some power struggles as well, and your patience might be tested. And as a result of that, you might want to implement some changes. So as you can see, this whole month is about changes, transformation, and generally improving your life in the long term. And with Pluto, and with the activation of Pluto in the 11th house, you want to deal with your long-term plans, long-term projects as a result of any challenges that emerge around this day. You have a stronger desire for independence, for power, for feeling empowered in a way. On the 20th, we've got a full moon in Aries happening in your second house. The second house is the house connected to your money, your wealth, resources, possessions. And with this full moon is a time of endings, conclusions. It's a good time for getting rid of unnecessary things, but also something could come into light at this time, because this house, this area of life is fully illuminated. You might seek financial independence with all these challenging alignments that occurred throughout the beginning of October in your sphere of transformation, but also joint finances, joint resources. You might seek now with this full moon more financial independence. You might be dealing with financial planning, financial budgeting, generally dealing with your financial situation to improve your self-worth, self-esteem in the long term. But this full moon will also form a challenging aspect, because the dispositor of this full moon, Mars, will square Pluto in Capricorn in the 10th house. So here with Mars activation, your ambitions are really high here and you really want to get ahead, but someone might challenge your ego at this time. And yeah, maybe you have some new financial ideas for yourself and someone will disagree with them, or someone will want to kind of challenge you in some way. And at the same time, with Pluto in the 12th house here, being practical in your approach at this time around this full moon. Practical and productive in order to overcome any challenges that emerge at this time. On the 26th, we've got Venus in Sagittarius square Neptune in Pisces. So Venus in Sagittarius in your 10th house, and Neptune is in your first house, in your sign. So here with Venus and Neptune combination, this is not a good day for making any major changes in your career, because your mind might be rather clouded, or your judgment even, or even for making any financial decisions, investments that are connected to your career. It's better to delay this for a couple of days, because your expectations might be higher than usual. Actually, they might be even unattainable. And if you are going to work on any team project, so if you will be involved in any team project in your career, make sure that you set the rules very clearly and realistically, because there is a tendency for having very high expectations that are often unattainable, and as a result of that you might feel disappointed with others. And the month ends with the Sun in Scorpio square Saturn in Aquarius. The Sun will be already in your 9th house of foreign travel, foreign people, higher education, life direction, squaring Saturn in Aquarius in your sphere of hidden matters. This is a challenging day. So here, this is not a great day for working in a team. It's a great day for working on your own independently. You might actually feel more introverted than usual in your career, especially because this is where this is activated, and also the 12th house. So you might feel like withdrawing temporarily and doing things on your own. And if you have to be involved in any teamwork at this time, make sure that you are persistent and patient, because you might experience some delays here with Saturn being activated. You might experience things being put on hold as well, things taking longer than expected. So finding during that day something that will give you pleasure or make you feel joyful will help you to overcome any challenges that emerge at this time. And on this note, I would like to wish you a pleasant month. I hope October is a good month for you, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you and bye for now.